I worked security at St. Mercy Hospital in Pittsburgh for almost 3 years before I found out why the basement had been sealed. People always joked about that place. The older nurses called it the buried floor. Nobody explained what that meant. At first, I thought it was just another hospital ghost story people used to scare new employees. Then I started noticing the elevator. Every night, at exactly 2:13 a.m., the old East Wing elevator would stop between floors for around 30 seconds. No buttons pressed, no passengers inside. Just stop, then continue moving again. Maintenance checked it several times. Nothing was wrong with it. One night, after my shift started, the hospital director asked me to come to his office. The guy looked terrible, sweating, exhausted, like he hadn't slept in weeks. When I sat down, he locked the office door behind me. Then he placed an old brass key on the desk. "There's a stairwell behind the laundry room," he said quietly. "It leads to the sealed basement." I remember staring at the key. I thought that floor was closed. "It is." "Then why are you giving me this?" He hesitated before answering. "Because someone has been opening the door from the inside." The second he said that, I wanted no part of it. But curiosity got the better of me. Around 1:40 that night, the hospital had gone mostly quiet. The daytime staff were gone. The hallways were dim. Machines beeped softly in patient rooms while nurses moved around half asleep. I headed toward the East Wing laundry room with the brass key in my pocket. The farther I walked, the colder the hospital felt. Behind a stack of old supply carts, I found a rusted metal door I had never noticed before. I unlocked it. The second the door opened, freezing air rushed out from the stairwell. Not normal cold. The kind that instantly makes your skin tighten. The lights flickered weakly above me as I walked down the stairs. 1 floor, 2 floors. Then I reached a heavy steel door with faded letters that read, "Basement Archives, authorized staff only." The paint was peeling badly. There were deep scratches near the handle, like someone had tried to claw their way out. I should have turned around right there. Instead, I opened the door. The smell hit me immediately. Dust, rot, mold. My flashlight swept across the darkness slowly. Old hospital beds sat against the walls under stained sheets. Broken wheelchairs were scattered everywhere. Medical files covered the floor. The whole place looked abandoned for decades. Then I noticed something that made my stomach drop. Fresh footprints, bare footprints, leading deeper into the basement. My radio crackled suddenly. Static exploded through the speaker. Then I heard a voice whisper, "Don't follow them." I froze. "Dispatch?" I asked. Nothing answered except static. I should have listened, but I followed the footprints anyway. The hallway narrowed the deeper I went underground. Every few seconds, I heard sounds ahead of me. Dragging. Soft footsteps. Breathing. At the end of the corridor, I found another room with the door slightly open. A dim yellow light glowed inside. I stepped in carefully. The walls were covered in old patient photographs. Doctors, children, nurses. Every single face had the eyes scratched out. In the center of the room sat an old tape recorder, still running. The tape hissed quietly before a voice played through the speaker. We locked them downstairs after the fire started. Another voice answered. How many survived? There was silence for several seconds. Then, none of them. My chest tightened instantly. That's when I heard breathing directly behind me. Wet, heavy breathing, right beside my ear. I spun around so fast, I almost dropped my flashlight. Nobody was there, but the hallway outside the room looked darker now, much darker. Then my flashlight started flickering, and I heard footsteps, running toward me, fast, bare feet slamming against concrete. I grabbed the tape recorder and ran. The footsteps chased me immediately, closer every second. As I sprinted through the corridor, I saw movement in the darkness behind me. Something tall, thin, human-shaped. Its arms looked unnaturally long. Then the basement lights shut off completely. I couldn't see anything anymore, but I could hear them. Dozens of footsteps, all around me. Whispering surrounded me in the dark. You left us here. It still burns. You locked the doors. I finally saw the stairwell door ahead and slammed into it hard. I ran up the stairs as fast as I could. The whispers followed me the entire way up. When I burst back into the laundry room, the hospital felt normal again. Warm, quiet, safe. I locked the basement door immediately. The next morning, I confronted the director. I threw the tape recorder onto his desk. You knew people died down there. He stared at the recorder. Finally, he sighed. There was a fire in 1989, he said quietly. Part of the psychiatric ward was temporarily moved into the basement during renovations. I felt sick already. How many people died? He looked down at the floor. Officially, 11. The way he said officially made my stomach turn. How many really died? He stayed silent for a long moment before whispering, 27. I quit St. Mercy Hospital the same day. But even now, years later, I still wake up some nights at exactly 2:13 a.m. And every single time, I swear, I can hear footsteps coming from underneath my bedroom floor. And before this video ends, I want to ask you something. If you were in my position, would you have gone into that basement or turned around the moment you heard that voice on the radio? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more realistic hospital and abandoned place horror stories like this one, leave a like and subscribe before you go, because the next story might be even worse.